Being lonely makes for really bad luck. Young boys will need friends, even if they suck. But lame kids can't make friends, 'cause they're total nerds. So Hollywood has gifted us with some real big turds. Monster Bud, Monster Bud. He may eat your family in a box of his dud. There's Munchie and Trumpy, Gilgamesh is there too. Balcor and Nuki, Eddie Murphy's poo. Toss in a Bigfoot, sprinkle with Ewok. Dogs are always popular, just make sure that they talk. Monster Bud, Monster Bud. He will make you happy, covered in your blood. Growing up and being nuts is every parent's fear. You found a friend to keep them in. Here, enjoy a beer. The last thing that you want when your child is strange is to get a gun and shoot someone while you're at the golf range. Monster Bud, Monster Bud. Missing limbs is worth the cost of a Monster Bud. Oh, Monster Bud. Wait, was Flubber a Monster Bud? Mr. Nanny was for sure. Cat in the Hat can kiss my ass. Thank you, Hollywood, for Monster Buds. Now go enjoy a bad movie. Oh!
Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got the Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness. I'm your host, Justin. I've got Sam and I've got Jackie here. How are you guys?
I'm good.
You guys monster buds?
I'm a little lonely for a monster bud.
Sometimes you just need a monster bud. If you want your bud to fuck up your life, a monster bud is a good way to do it. But it seems like only sad and lonely children that are in awkward spots in their lives where they have no friends and they're getting picked on in school are the ones that need monster buds.
Well, yeah, because they also are the ones that have head lice, so nobody even wants to swap hats.
I'm not sure if that has anything to do with getting a monster bud.
But if you don't have a cool hat, then nobody would be like, hey, dude, let me try on that hat. And then they're like, don't try on his hat, he has head lice.
He's a monster bud?
No, this
What?
is the weird kid.
Does he have a monster bud?
Well, he's going to because he's got the head lice. And so
Oh.
Monster Bud's like, yeah, I eat those for breakfast.
So like monkeys.
As much as it is like the Monster Bud movie sucks, one of the best movies I've seen in a long time is Monster Bud.
There's a movie called Monster Bud.
No, but Where the Wild Things Are was fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah, that is a
And it's Monster Bud. the
Monster
movie.
Buds, yeah.
It's done well.
yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
It's real good.
Who directed that? Somebody big.
Spike Jonze
Spike Jonze, yeah.
wrote it too. It's
Yeah.
his first sort of full all him thing. Because the source material is like 6 pages long, and each page has one sentence.
I know this isn't much of a stretch to the imagination, but that was my favorite book when I was a child. But I'm pretty sure that that's like
Almost
90%
everybody's
of
favorite
people,
book. Yeah,
yeah.
I liked Paddington better.
Paddington was all right.
I liked Miss Nelson is Missing.
What?
Got nothing there. That's something different that we can't talk about.
Yeah.
You
actually-
don't need to know.
Oh, actually, we should start out and say that this is the start of our Monster Bud series because Jackie is going to do a Monster Bud movie. I am going to also do a Monster Bud movie, and this is clearly a Monster Bud movie. So this
Yes.
isn't 3 children's movies. This is very specific 3 bad Monster Buddy movies.
Monster Buds.
So-
Which, other than Where the Wild Things Are, not good movies.
No, man, I guess a lot of people like E.T., but I am
I
not
really
one of
hate
them.
that movie.
I really fucking hate E.T.
I think
I don't like it either.
I could have been too young when I first saw it because it really scared the living shit out of me.
Yeah,
Like, because it's not just E.T. is gross looking.
He's looks
He's
like shit.
fucking
Let's just
gross.
say it.
He looks like slimy shit.
naughty, icky, like
I don't want to be friends with
the type of dog shit that sits on top of the
Yeah.
grass.
like the dogs ate yogurt
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
it's tan instead of dark brown.
There's also like a slight Toxic Avenger look to him as
He's
well.
just
Like
he's
drippy.
icky. He's
Yeah.
really icky. I
Yeah.
don't want to be friends with
Yeah.
him, even if he can make my bike fly. And then it also makes you hate the government at a young age, because that's when shit really gets fucked
Yeah,
up. As
really?
ET, like
No
the government
kidding.
comes and like it's just not a. It's like 10 bare minimum. That's
Where's Fox Mulder?
where is Fox Mulder?
Anyways, bad movies, streaming do's and don'ts. This week, starting with a SMABFA contender on HBO Now, The Taken 3, which has a Metacritic score of like 22.
That's not very high.
So a little backstory behind The Taken 3. Neeson said the only way he would do a Taken 3 is if no one got taken.
So Taken 3, no one gets taken.
Nobody gets taken.
So
It is Untaken 1, Taken 3.
does he take somebody?
No, he does not. Nobody
Does he
gets taken.
Take Manhattan.
He shoots people and runs. It's a regurgitation of The Fugitive, essentially.
Why does it? They changed the samples.
I liked it. I was entertained.
Did you? Were you really?
Yeah, I liked it. I was
Huh.
entertained. Yes, it's not a great thrill-seeking movie or anything,
It's
but
not a good movie.
I liked it.
It
I
stinks.
enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty awesome,
Hmm.
especially when we went to go get the bagels.
Oh God, the fucking bagels.
Like, don't burn
Oh,
yourself.
Forrest
'cause the
Whitaker
bagels-
is the
bagels are
Tommy
hot.
Lee Jones of it,
Oh, fantastic.
who is no Tommy Lee Jones. As much as I like Forrest Whitaker, and he
I-
cracks the case because of bagels.
Oh,
He does like to eat his bagels. He ate bagels at the crime scene. He just stole bagels out of the bag.
Hey, these are fresh bagels that are part of this crime scene. Mmm, tasty.
you can really only eat like one bagel. Those things are filling.
Well, not if you're Forrest Whitaker, because let's face it, he's
Two
he's
bagels.
He's a bigger man.
Tops.
Yeah, I don't think the Taken 3 is going to win the SMABFA for worst bad movie, but it's definitely not going to win the SMABFA for best bad movie. But it just was not.
Bleh.
It just shouldn't have been made.
I liked it.
I am going to say do not.
I didn't get a chance to watch
I
it.
think it's a 2.5 hour waste of time.
I'm gonna say do. I liked it.
All right, well there you go. HBO Now. Next up is a couple. These two, the next two tie in together. 2005's Man Thing on Hulu Plus. Yes, that Man Thing from the Marvel Comics. This is a Marvel MCU film that was originally New Line Cinema Studios was going to theatrically release this. It tested so poorly at the test screenings. People were walking out. Paid individuals were walking out of these goddamn things. And they were like, nope, we can't put this in the theater. So they sold it to the Sci-Fi Network. So it's officially a Sci-Fi Channel original.
But it was intended to be a theatrical release.
Yep, right up there with
So
the
they-
Hulk and Iron Man.
And New Line probably put what, 10 million in it.
I'm guessing. There's a lot of CGI shot. It's supposed to be. It takes place in the Bayou, of course, a swamp, but it's shot in Australia because of budget constraints. So I'm guessing 10.
10.
Somewhere in there. Yeah.
I'm gonna say that the Man Thing looked pretty good.
The Man Thing looked all right. There was a couple CGI-ish shots, 2005 type, where the mat work wasn't perfect. But as far as character design, I thought he looked great.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say don't on this movie. It
Really?
was just boring and stupid.
Huh. I kind of enjoyed the Man Thing.
Hmm.
I didn't like it.
I think it may be the very best thing that has ever been on sci-fi as far as a movie. There's no Battlestar, obviously, but yeah, it was fun. There's some stupid lines, some gore. It's very gory, super gore heavy. It's dumb as shit. The acting is atrocious. But yeah, I thought it was a really good time. I'm surprised about that, Jackie. I thought you enjoyed it.
Nope.
Especially with the stupid Indian guy. There's a guy that's essentially Indian Joe, just a cliche Indian guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It was something to watch, and that's kind of how I felt about it. It was something to watch,
Yeah.
but it really didn't. I don't think about it at all. I kind of forgot that we watched it.
That's
Doesn't
not a
float
rave.
your boat.
Yeah, that's
No.
not a rave review if you forget about it. But I still say it's in our wheelhouse as far as the recommendation, so I'm going to say do it on Hulu Plus. Following Man-Thing. Sam, would you like to take a guess? What would follow Man-Thing?
Probably Swamp Thing.
Oh, it was Swamp Thing.
I didn't have Hulu, so I don't have Hulu, so I couldn't watch these.
Oh,
but,
that sucks.
I've seen Swamp Thing like 4 times.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's his best movie.
It is so fucking awesome.
And you just watched The Serpent and the Rainbow, didn't you?
I did. And actually, last night we watched Nightmare on Elm Street 1.
So I think Swamp Thing's like it's leaps and bounds his best
It
movie.
is so fucking awesome.
It's like a Twin Peaks reunion.
Yeah, there's a lot of Twin Peaks people in it.
Yeah.
But
I liked it, though.
Not what you show up for.
And the Swamp Thing actually looked pretty good.
Yeah, Swamp Thing does look good.
Oh, it's so cheesy and so stupid. I mean, the character bad guy motivation again is just like, what? Wait, what? And then the final battle between the Swamp Thing and the hog werewolf sword wielding guy.
Oh, that was so cool.
With the right hand man getting turned into a pig midget. This shit is fucking nanners and awesome.
Yeah, it's like well, we don't know how to end this, so we're going to throw in some more mutated characters and end it.
Go into that trailer, pull out anything that looks good,
Put it on.
put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking rad. Swamp Thing instantly went into, I guarantee it's going to be on my year in review. I loved it. I had never seen it before.
Oh, I've seen Swamp Thing like 4 times.
Oh,
See, and I've
I
never
don't
seen
like
it
Wes
either.
Craven other than Swamp Thing, I think.
it's fucking great.
I've never seen The Serpent and the Rainbow, so that was supposed to be his other really good one.
Yeah, I would say stop what you're doing right now. Go jump on Hulu Plus and watch Swamp Thing. Like I say, both of them are on Hulu Plus. I think it's a great double feature, but follow Man-Thing with Swamp Thing.
One of the only, like Biggles and Swamp Thing are two. There's a handful of VHSs that haven't been upgraded to DVD yet, and I had Swamp Thing. I wore out. I don't know how many times I've seen Swamp Thing, but I had it on tape.
Yeah, I'd totally put Swamp Thing on my Christmas wish list because I believe that there is a Blu-ray release of it.
I would think so.
Now the shitty thing is there was a return of Swamp Thing. Has anybody here seen that?
I have seen Return of Swamp Thing, and it is not good.
It stars Heather Locklear, and it's directed by one Jim Wynorski.
Yeah, I saw it a long time ago as well. It was probably
not Heather Locklear.
no,
Bibs.
she doesn't get him out if I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of
Is she
remember
on
it
your
being kind of
timeline
boring.
hit list?
Yeah, where's Heather Locklear fall?
Locklear's not really on there.
What about Adrienne Barbeau?
Adrienne Barbeau's on there. She's kind of more like 25, 30. Maybe.
Yeah, her hair really just man. I love Adrienne Barbeau. If we had a Hall of Fame bad actress and actor,
Yeah.
she's one of the main women of bad movies. Her hair stunk. And I know that that's what you do at the time, the perm, but she looks like the lady that works the golf counter at basically every golf course ever.
It's not a good haircut for her face.
No, but she's got some seriously big boobs.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
No, whenever I watch The Fog, I sort of lose track of the movie. I'm like, God, those are giant. Or Escape from New York as well. You're like,
yeah, but she's not in that one a whole lot.
yeah, enough of her's in it for plenty.
But she covers Swamp Thing almost the entire thing. She's almost in every single shot. And Ray Wise, oh my God, what more do you want out of a bad movie? It is fucking awesome. Seriously, love Swamp Thing. Last but not least was a movie I did not love, also on Hulu Plus. We kind of binged the Hulu Plus this week. Was The Demolitionist, starring Nicole Eggert and who else? Somebody else was in it. Nicole Eggert
Is it
and
Grieco?
Grieco, Richard Grieco.
I've seen
Yeah.
this. It's terrible.
It stunk.
It's so boring. Nothing
The
happens.
beginning is awful. It's so slow, and then once she becomes the RoboCop knockoff, it's kind of fun.
With a
when
shredder mask?
Yeah, a shredder mask
It's terrible.
and athletic pads, and then some motorcycle gear pasted underneath it. Man, I can't give it a 2. It's just too boring.
It's too boring.
Yeah. It was stupid.
There were some fun parts in it. Some of the fight scenes weren't bad, but dry and slow. It's like I put it in the same vein as like Hardware, where it's just like
Hardware was-
once you get to where it's at, it's like, oh, that's kind of interesting.
Hardware
but
at
then-
least has a bunch of bullshit that people some people like, oh, it's visual art.
Yeah.
This was
None of
not
it.
visual art.
No,
No,
this-
it's
this
not.
is-
It's
this is
just
a bad
shitty.
movie.
There's a couple of Pam Anderson did a couple of movies that are about as good as that one.
Yeah.
Not Barbed Wire. Barbed Wire has some redeeming qualities. It sucks so bad.
Yeah. If let me think about this. Let me state it this way. If there was the guy, what did I compare the main guy, the doctor guy that falls in love with Nicole Eggert? You remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Who I said he's like a shitty Bill Pullman. He's like a shitty Bill Pullman. This guy, take him out and replace him with Brad Dourif. I'm in. I'm fucking in. Now you've got a movie because you can carry me through the boring parts with fucking Brad Dourif. So, but they didn't do that. They chose shitty Bill Pullman. And even if you had Bill Pullman, I would have been like, no, that's
It's
fucking
too
Bill Pullman.
boring,
What am I going to do with Bill Pullman?
He's not the president.
Yeah.
What am I doing with him?
Give me Brad Dourif, you assholes. But they didn't do that. But Grieco, whew. Grieco was great.
Stinks.
He was great at being stinky.
Terrible. How cool am I? Not cool at all.
He was
Very
like
cool.
Ball Munch.
Ball
Ball
munch.
munch.
His
huh?
hair was always dirty. He just looked like if he lifted his leg to get on his motorcycle, it was going to stink.
Didn't he have a nickname of Richard Greaso back in?
Oh, I'm sure.
Had a lot of product in his hair.
Yeah, he's a
well,
greasy dude.
he's one of the 21 Jump Streeters.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Grease the show. Speaking
Yeah.
of, like I say, we watched Nightmare on Elm Street last night with his counterpart John Depp, who was also quite coiffy. His
He
hair was
wore a
out of
half
control.
shirt.
Yeah, a half shirt and coiffy hair, like too much coif.
Yeah, he was one of those men that definitely got better looking as he got older.
I bet you his hair is 6 inches tall. His total height is 6 feet.
Yeah.
Without the hair, 5'6".
Yeah.
Nice job, John Depp. Anyways, that's what I got for streaming do's and don'ts. Sam, what do you got for Good Neighbor, Bad Neighbor this week?
Well, we're going to do some children's movies. Starting with E.T.
E.T.
The
Wow.
actual E.T.
Now,
E.T.'s a piece of shit.
Are we-
Literally.
are we going with E.T. while he's living with Elliot, or E.T. on his home planet? E.T. has phoned home and made home.
Well, I think we have to go with E.T. living with Elliot because that's really the only E.T. we know.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, all right.
I'm going with Bad Neighbor then. That guy's a mooch.
He's a menace.
He comes over, hides in your stuffed animals, eats your candy.
We're going back with the same Mulder thing, like Mulder and Scully. It's just there's too much drama vicariously for having a spooky alien in your house. So
And he lives with Drew Barrymore, so there's probably cocaine parties all the time.
Trudy was kind of a stinker. She probably, well, the child Drew Barrymore. That's what
Yeah.
I'm going with because that's
She's-
what I know the character from.
Penis breath.
When she's an adult, not sweet
No,
little
that's what
Trudy.
she says in the movie.
She says penis breath in the
Yeah.
movie. She's got a
like-
dirty whore mouth.
She's got a dirty whore mouth for a 6-year-old. No, she calls Elliot that. She's like, it's your something, or like at the dinner table. She's like, you do it, penis breath, or something like that. That's the only thing I remember about that movie other than
Reese's Pieces.
Troy laughs when E.T.'s hiding in the stuffed animals every time.
Because that's where our friend Troy used to pee, was on stuffed animals. His own stuffed animals. Troy would wake up in the middle of the night and go piss all over his own stuffed animals.
That's freaking weird, dude.
It's pretty weird. Anyways, E.T., yeah, I don't think there is the healing properties. You always got, like, you get an icky tummy, you go next door and be like, instead of borrowing
got
sugar,
Alka-Seltzer.
you gotta borrow this guy's finger.
But
And,
where is the finger gonna go?
Yeah.
Well, it's got to get to that icky tummy, and there's only one route. Well, there's two routes,
There's the
but
shortest path,
shortest route.
path between point A and point B.
what if you got a urinary tract infection?
E.T.'s answer for every ailment is a good prostate milking.
Or it's got to go up your pee hole, like
Oy.
the Silver Stallion when you get
That doesn't sound
the
nice
clap.
at all.
That's never gonna fit, E.T. Oh God!
Moon River.
That's just gross.
Yeah, no, I'll take the disease.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bad Neighbor. I don't like
Yeah,
ET.
E.T.
Freaks
I don't
me
like him
out.
either. All right, who's next?
Sloth from the Goonies.
Sloth from the Goonies.
Wait, was that
He's
the
got a heart of gold.
you guys?
Hey, you guys.
Oh, guys.
We know he's got a heart of gold.
He's super strong.
Super strong.
He likes
He's
candy.
helpful.
He's helpful.
He likes Baby Ruth.
Good natured.
I'm gonna go with bad neighbor. He's just so goddamn ugly. I just couldn't look at him.
You know, that's makes you sound really shallow.
Yeah, you're really shy. I think he's a good neighbor.
I think he's a good neighbor, dude.
No.
What if like
You need something lifted. He's your man.
yeah,
No.
He's
Sloth-
nice to everybody.
He's nice to
good with
everybody.
children.
He fights crime. The Fratellis are like the most evil crime family that's living in Aurora, Oregon, and he fights them, beats them up, wins. Like God knows what he could do in a town like New York with you know or
I don't.
Tokyo, Yakuza. Maybe Sloth could take on the entire Yakuza by himself.
He might.
No. No.
Just because he's hideously disfigured.
Yes.
That's not his fault.
Yeah,
He's
well,
making up for it as best he can.
But I don't care. I don't want to look at it every day.
I think you might be a bad neighbor.
yeah, no shit, huh? Actually, no, I know that Jackie and I are the worst neighbors, but
Yeah, on this street, we got everybody.
there's Fox Mulder and then there's us. Yeah, well, meanwhile, Sam and I are swimming in the deep end of the pool. We're taking good neighbor, I think,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
Sloth
that's
is a
right.
good neighbor.
Good neighbor.
Yeah.
Bad neighbor.
I would make Sloth dinner every night because he's just too goddamn nice.
Yuck! Then you would have to watch him eat, and that would be disgusting.
That
He's
is
only got like
not
3
pleasant,
teeth.
But,
3 teeth.
you know what? I've got eyelids. I'm good. He can lift heavy stuff and he's helpful.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I'm taking Sloth.
Pass.
Go ahead, Sam.
Okay, this is the Reach. The alien spaceship in flight from the Navigator. It has an
Ooh.
AI. It's
Yeah.
like an individual.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know what we're talking about.
You don't
You've never
remember the
seen
Flight of the Navigator?
I've never seen it.
Oh my God!
had to
You
have.
have to have seen Flight
Yes,
of the
you had
Navigator.
to have. She did have a fucked up childhood. She was watching Beastmaster constantly, looking at
Yeah, dude.
Tanya Roberts'
Mark
boobs
Singer's
when she was
balls.
6. Yeah, instead of fucking
Flight of the Navigator. Is that the one where the kid gets
the
recruited?
spaceship.
No, he gets recruited because he can play.
No, that's the Last Starfighter.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the Last Starfighter. No, I have not seen the Navigator. I don't know who this
Wow.
is.
Huh. Well, that
But I'm assuming that it's.
disqualifies it.
You know
What's
what?
insane that you.
It's probably ugly, so I'm just going to go
No,
with
it's a
bad
pretty
neighbor.
badass-
Silver,
yeah,
it's
it's
a silver
pretty badass
spaceship.
looking.
It can like
Oh.
change shapes, and there's a kid, and he gets in it, and it like takes him all over the planet and teaches him about life and
It's coming of age
life on
movie.
Earth. Yeah.
There's a little couple gooby guys living inside of it.
People love the Gooby guys.
And the only problem that you have with it is the Beach Boys. You know, the whole dance scene
I do
inside
not
of the
like that scene.
spaceship. Yeah, that's the best. That's the whole.
People love
movie.
that scene.
Yeah, it's a great scene.
I don't like it.
I'm going to go with good neighbor, just based off the things that you're telling me. Because if it can change shapes, and I mean, it's not ugly.
It's an
thank
alien
God.
spaceship.
It can change shapes. It'll take me places that, for educational purposes.
It knows the answer to every trivia question.
Yeah. And I could get it to be on my team for, what's that game that you have to answer the crap about the history? Parcheesi?
No, that's like sorry. Without
Trivial
the
Pursuit.
guys.
Yeah,
There you
Trivial
go.
Pursuit.
I'm-
Parcheesi.
I'm going to go with good neighbor on this, and it's going to be my neighbor who's going to play on my Trivial Pursuit team.
You know, I'm gonna say bad neighbor because there's no fucking way that thing would ever be my neighbor. I am living inside of it.
Yeah, or the government comes and fucks up your day.
That's a real bad, but it can change shapes and fly
As
off
long
real
as you, but
fast.
then if you're in it, you're not really the neighbor.
It's not a little
anymore.
bitch
You're
like
living
E.T..
inside of it.
A little bitch like E.T.
Yeah,
has
man,
to
that's
steal a
kid's
kid's
got-
bike.
So
like, oh well, I need laser guns and
That's
fucking
what
blast the government.
I'm
And
going to say because it would be so awesome to live inside of it. It's a bad neighbor because you want to live inside of it, not next to it.
yeah, and God knows, yeah, everybody wants to live inside of it, even the bad people. So
Yeah.
it's a constant fight to get inside of that thing because it's so sweet. So
Yeah.
you never know who you're going to be living next to. If you're not the one living inside of it, you could have fucking
Godzilla.
Godzilla or
E.T.
that dickhead that's running for president. You never know.
Oh, that guy.
Trump?
I wasn't going to say anything because I realized, that's like the ultimate thing you can do on the radio is just say, that dickhead that's running for president,
it's
everybody
is a
thinks
dickhead.
one thing, but it could be totally different
I
things.
could have filled it. I don't know why I said that out loud. They're all dickheads.
Mhm.
Every last one of them is a dickhead.
No, I'm with you, Sam. I went right to Trump, too.
Yeah, I think that's
He's
where-
the biggest dickhead.
Yeah, I
He's
think
such
that's-
Eh.
All right, well, there's good neighbor,
We're
bad
not
neighbor.
a political show.
Sam, what do you
I
got
don't know. There's no
on?
politics. That man's a dickhead.
Yeah, that guy's a dick.
There's nothing to do with politics. I've seen his TV show.
He's been in movies.
Yeah, they're not good.
Sam, what do you got on the Adventures of Gilgamesh?
It's Gilgameth.
Galgameth.
Galgameth.
Gilgameth.
Well, The Adventures of Galgameth, also known as The Legend of Galgameth. However, on the DVD cover and poster, it's just Galgameth. There's actually a different name for it in every country that it was released. It was released domestically in 1997 through Trimark Home Video.
Ooh,
Oh,
Trimark.
Trimark.
I don't think
We'll
we've
be
done a
making-
Trimark.
So it didn't
Uh,
even get to a theater?
I think it went to theaters other places. It was made and released elsewhere in 1996.
Mm.
It was shot in Romania by American director Sean McNamara.
So Dracula's in it somewhere.
Now, McNamara is widely known as a producer of preteen programming, which is totally different from children's programming.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't like being seen riding around in the car with its parents.
Zach and Cody. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's what that was my joke.
I thought it was funny. I laughed.
McNamara has consistently produced shows for Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, and Cartoon Network. This appears to be his second movie.
Appears?
Yes,
You have to
There-
guess?
he gets his fingers into so many piles, it's difficult to tell exactly how much he's in. Depending on what list you look at, he's got a lot more credits. He uses pseudonyms.
Mm-hmm.
So
So kind of like more
I'm
nursey.
guessing...
So he's doing porn, is what you're
I
saying.
mean, he did a bunch of TV shows in between his first movie and this one. He did a TV show before his first movie. I'm thinking this is his second feature film. Beyond the TV shows, this guy does sequels. 2 sequels to Casper, a sequel to The Cutting Edge, and 1 for The Three Ninjas.
Mm.
The sequels that he made, which may rear their ugly heads around this place, are the 3 Baby Geniuses sequels.
Oh, no.
Oh no, those are probably
You're
big-
kidding.
I'm not
Piles
kidding,
of
and this is
shit.
how bad. Like
That
so-
guy works, and he did Baby Geniuses 2?
No, he didn't. But Baby Geniuses 2 Super Babies held the top spot on the bottom 100 for something like 2 years.
Oh, so he followed up.
You would think that that would kill that
Yeah.
franchise.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. He comes in and does 3 more. Baby Geniuses and the Mystery of the Crown Jewels.
Oh,
Baby
God.
Geniuses and the Treasure of Egypt.
Oh, Jesus.
Then culminating his experience and the trilogy with Baby Geniuses and the Space Baby.
I just threw up a little bit in my mouth.
That's how they made the movie.
It
Throw
should,
up.
it should also be mentioned that he did direct Soul Surfer recently, which was fairly well received.
Hmm.
His shows do really well. He in this film he also stars. He has like second billing.
Oh,
He's
nice.
the king, so he's trying to do a little Woody Allen. I don't think it's going to work quite like a Woody Allen movie.
I'm not a big.
There's
Never mind.
only 4 reviews on IMDb for this movie, and
Yeah,
I
I
have
saw
to
that.
read this one
Yep.
because it's just so bad.
Do it.
It is by Mike Double D, who I would usually think would he be reviewing Pamela Anderson movies.
Or
But
he's
after I read
the,
this, I just wonder.
he works for the Beastie Boys because he's got 2 Ds, you know.
Or
That's
his like
really shitty
Michael Donald Dutch or something. He's like, I never thought about the boobs. Considering that I watched this after Dragonheart, I found it still quite refreshing, the way dragon stories go. Seems like, in these days, not all dragons are evil and deserve to be slayed.
Wait, which days? Dragon days or to like modern 2000?
But there always will be at least one which becomes a hero dragon. Same here. Young Prince discovers the family dragon, which, although was like a toy at the beginning of the story, finally grows to be a behemoth that helps the prince and his kingdom and people.
What?
Devon Odaway, and
What?
unknown to me,
Back that up. What?
is quite a character as the prince, although young, managing to put across a performance worthy of the film's 8 stars.
8 out of what?
A nice family show to watch beside the fire.
And
Mike Double D gave
Oh.
it 8 stars out of
Oh.
10 on IMDb.
Mike Double D is a child molester. He has no family. That's awful.
Anyway, now we'll go into the more this is, I think, the most interesting connection about this film.
It has a dragon in it?
Yes.
So-
Galgameth is
Galgameth.
like a weird turd
He's like
looking
a
thing.
fucking dragon thing. He looks like a Ninja Turtle with some, like, that's half pie.
He's half Trumpy, half
He's gonna suck.
half Ninja Turtle, half Q the Wings Serpent.
This might be the worst movie I've ever picked.
Oh,
And
okay.
I picked Ed, didn't I?
You did
Yes,
pick
you
Ed.
did.
Yeah, this one might be worse. Okay. Here's the fucking strangest connection. So this is actually a loose remake of a Godzilla clone.
Hmm.
The film was written by prolific Korean director Sang-uk Shin. Shin has over 100 production credits and over 7 directorial credits to his name. During 1978, having previously made a string of kaiju films, Shin and his wife were abducted by North Korean intelligence under the orders of Kim Jong-il.
Damn.
He was then forced to make the movies that Kim Jong-il wanted to
Oh,
see.
no.
He and his wife escaped from North Korea in 1986, so he had to make monster movies and propaganda films for Kim Jong-il for a period of 8 years under captivity.
You know, I gotta hand it to these dictator assholes, because Adolf Hitler
He
did
wasn't
the same
even the
thing.
dictator yet. Kim Il-sung was still around.
Yeah. But Adolf Hitler did the exact same thing. He kidnapped these artists and was like, make the art that I want. If I'm just gonna say, if I had the ability to be a dictator and do something like that, I would make explosion movies constantly. Like, everybody explode. Even myself. Like, I would be like, I want to explode on TV. I don't care if I'm the face of this country. Explode me. It'll be awesome.
Yeah. Well, one of the films that he made at the tail end of his captivity was Gasari, the aforementioned Godzilla clone. Teruyoshi Nakano, creator of Godzilla, was quoted as saying, "I like Pulgasari better than Emmerich's Godzilla. For the record, I like room temperature oatmeal better than Emmerich's Godzilla."
Zinger!
Yeah. Keep an eye out for like 10 people you've seen but don't know their names, including the little man, Felix Silla.
Felix Silla.
You've seen him a bunch of times.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. The movie is on Amazon Prime, and there is a transfer on YouTube. So if
It was
you
on
don't
Netflix.
have, yeah, but it's now only on Amazon Prime. So if you
Okay.
want to check it out on full quality, check it out on Amazon
Yeah.
Prime. Otherwise, watch it free on our website or search it on YouTube.
It was one of the reasons I picked it, because I felt like it was going to become unavailable streaming at some point.
Yeah, well, that was a good time to pull the trigger. Come back to us on Monday, and in the meantime, get to the jobber.
Thank you for listening to Stinker Madness. If this is your first time, we hope you enjoyed it, and we'll come back to listen more. But now, we'd like to ask all of our listeners for a small favor. We aren't ranking as high as we'd like, and we need your help. Would you please take just a couple of minutes to rate and review us on your preferred listening platform, be it iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever else you can. It takes many hours each week to bring you this show, and just a couple seconds of your time is a huge help for us. And for those of you that have already done this, we say thank you.